choosing their own accounting policies. Of course, nowadays, because we have standard accounting standards, okay, so and we have the international accounting standards, so there is a less leeway in the hands of the accountant to manipulate the profits as we are progressing. But still, we have not reached to a level where frauds can happen anytime. Fine, people can manipulate the books. Okay, so instead of taking the net income, we are taking the top in sales. So sales are subject to the least manipulation. Of course, sales can also be manipulated. You can show a fictitious sale, isn't it, in your books? But sales जो होती है सबसे कम manipulate हो सकती है. It's a top line. I'll tell you, when I was working in a company called Idea Cellular, or even in Hero Group also, we can do the same thing. All the sales guys, they used to have targets. इतनी सेल करनी है, इतने नए कस्टमर लाने हैं. In our case, we were how many SIMs which were sold, how many new connections we are bringing. So that was the target for all our sales people. Okay, fine. So the SIMs, when they are activated in the network, they become our customers. आप कंपनी ने सिम खरीदा, कंपनी ने, आपने नहीं, कंपनी ने खरीदा, तो वो उनकी इन्वेंट्री है. कंपनी किसको देगी सिम खुद तो करेगी नहीं, वो क्या देगी, अपने डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को देगी, शोरूम्स को देगी. जो शोरूम्स होते हैं वहाँ आके कस्टमर आता खरीदता है. सो दे गिव टू द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स. ओके, नाउ इफ आई एम अ सेल्स गाई, आई विल आस्क डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर कि आज आप 1000 सिम को खोल लो और एक्टिवेट करा लो, एक कॉल कर लो उसको. तो हमारा नेटवर्क को तो पता नहीं है, वो कहेगा 1000 कस्टमर आज हमारे आगे. We have generated 1000 customers because he doesn't know that the distributor has opened those SIMs in his showroom and made a first call. On the basis of first call, the SIMs were activated and they were included in our customer base. And the sales guy was very happy that on the last day he has added 1000 customers. And in the evening his boss called him up. He says, "You have done a great job. तुम्हारी increment कर देता हूँ." Okay, or you can just go and have a party with your family. वो पता नहीं है कि 1000 जो करे थे वो नकली थे. Okay, so sales can be also manipulated. Fine. Like in case of Hero MotoCorp, they were making motorcycles. So what they'll do, they will show that dispatches have been made, but dispatches were not made. Dispatches have been made to the godown from the factory. They'll show it has been dispatched to the customer, and sales will be counted. Okay, so sales can also be manipulated, isn't it? But anyway, sales are can be less manipulated compared to this thing. So price to sales, instead of looking at price to earning, so price to sales will be will give you a better idea. So let me just open and okay, just 2 more minutes. Okay, so price to sales, EV upon sales. Price to sales के से ज़्यादा better क्या है? EV upon sales. As I told you last time, it is always better to look at EV upon sales rather than price to upon sales. Okay, because I mean this is more robust multiple. लेकिन सब में वही है, the lower the multiple, better it is. But you must look at the growth of the company. Okay, fine. So now the last one before we conclude, which is more important, is called the risk. Now whenever we put our money in a company, whenever we buy a share, we are taking risk, isn't it? Instead of putting money into the fixed deposit, we are buying shares, we are taking risk. Now risk is measured by either beta or standard deviation, okay, which I have already covered last time. So we will cover it again next time a little bit more in detail, and then we will conclude. And in the meantime, tomorrow I am going to share the exercise which you have to do, and